啊哇！我哋嚟搵公主玩遊戲啦！係奧斯卡，我飲水逐親。So 我講完句嘢，跟住去飲水，跟住逐親。係 Where's 公主咁施主咩？冇施主啦，得公豬咋呢度？呢個 game 咧有啲長，我唔知2日玩唔玩得完，可能2日玩唔完，跟住就要安排下個禮拜玩。睇故仔嘅基本上係，但係有選擇題嘅故事。我睇下個視窗有冇拉好先，應該拉好住我噶啦，除非冇。可以拉高一格，高多半格。OK。係啦，佢就話係恐怖遊戲嚟嘅，但係嗰個恐怖咧就唔係話有啲咩彈出嚟嗰種恐怖啊，心理恐怖嗰種，如無意外應該係，我估啊，心理恐怖，劇情豐富，視覺小說，選擇導向啊，就有呢啲 tag 咗落去嘅字眼嘅，係啦，最主要咧就係佢最基本同我哋講咗嘅嘢就係，我哋要懟冧公主，我哋嘅要做嘅嘢係。但係咧，到底咧係咪要懟冧公主咧？我哋就可以睇下我哋嘅選擇，到底要懟冧公主啊，定係愛上公主啊，定係點樣啦？睇我玩好，做得好。我哋個新遊戲啊，我哋個滑鼠係眼瞓，我都驚嘅，因為我都有啲攰嘅。如果佢個劇情唔夠精彩嘅話，我可能會太攰，提早收。咁遲啲先再玩都唔定嘅，係啦。最主要係呢2日會玩咯，係啦，呢隻 game 喎。嗨奶迪，好耐冇見到奶迪。今日嚟再見公主，亦都叫做殺戮公主，係啦。顧名思義就係要懟冧公主啊。OK， 同 game 名一樣。係咪要幫你收圖？我未玩，你等我玩咗先啊！我哋睇下好唔好玩先，唔好玩先算啦。OK。OK， 我哋睇下個故事精唔精嘅豐唔豐富，因為佢啲好評都幾多下嘅，其實隻 game 係啦，但係即係有啲長嘅，係啊，同埋佢好似係，唔好閃得唔得？哇，死啦！我覺得佢唔係心理恐怖，我覺得佢會令到我覺得恐怖。你睇下佢個樣，佢好似突眼金魚，上面呢個好似突眼金魚。今日你好黑，因為呢隻 game 係黑白色，我要襯翻佢黑白色。OK， 我黑眼圈嘅又 OK， 我哋就開始啦，真係。你睇唔睇到我滑鼠？其實我滑鼠係一隻好奇怪、好長嘅手指，我隻食指好長，有個勾咁嘅嘢，但我睇唔出係咩嚟嘅，唔知咩嚟嘅，好奇怪。Chapter 1第1章，勇士與公主。OK，The Hero and the Princess。哇，係配音啊！旁白有配音。Oh my！ 我唔使講嘢啊！好嘈，對唔住。我可以大聲啲嘅配音。
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end.
我哋嘅任務係要懟冧公主，我哋唔殺咗佢，呢個世界就會滅亡。大佬，我生日可唔可以請我食飯？祝你生日快樂，祝你生日快樂，祝你生日快樂，祝你生日唔係，我哋唱印度版咩 ？Happy birthday to you, Happy birthday to you, Happy birthday to you, Happy birthday to you。月黑風高嘅晚上，我哋懟冧公主。OK， 有乜自動播放？有嘅，唔係錯，呢個唔係自動播。OK， 自動播放係邊粒掣啊？我搵唔到啊，好多自己撳啦。點樣整走翻呢嚿嘢？呢個係咩嚟噶？哦，呢個咁多選擇噶。It's time to go to bed。未瞓覺，係珍珠玩成點啊？喂，風之谷玩成點啊？我啱啱升到31啊，我轉咗職啦已經，我轉咗做冰雷啊。 探究世界會滅亡，你在說什麼？探究，你曾想過公主滅亡世界？唔係毀滅世界，就是因為你監禁他嗎？殺死公主似乎唔係善良之舉，唔係嗎？大佬又係我平時係咁嘅，對唔住。探究不能由其他人去做呢種事嗎？一定要我做嗎？想都別想，我唔想做。你有冇諗過或者我可以接受呢個世界滅亡？做啲事有獎賞嗎？咪有時候玩下，加油 Oscar。Low time pay 20啊！你升多1，你可以去做呢個超級綠水靈任務噶啦噃。風之谷呢，我諗住風之谷可能下個禮拜1會再開，或者禮拜4我得閒嘅話會再開多次台，係啦。好啊，姐姐你告訴我點樣做？太板了，我直想懟冧啲皇宮貴族，革命萬歲，一言不發前往木屋轉身離開。我哋可以諗咗先嘅，我哋唔一定做行動先嘅，但係佢比我想象中嘅選擇有啲多，但係我哋每一個選擇都會影響個結局，佢係多結局嘅一個遊戲嚟嘅，冇一個特定嘅結局，唔係單一結局，多向嘅。其實我唔係好想懟冧公主，因為我最主要係唔明點解呢個世界會滅亡。
No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
OK， 我哋應該要懟冧佢，如果唔係嘅話就會乜春都冇。我哋可以諗完先至再行動，行動係下邊呢幾個啦。探究係就係自己諗緊嘅嘢。OK， 多咗個選擇喎。聽住，我會入去木屋同公主傾傾。如果佢真係咧同你一樣咁講係咁邪惡嘅話，或者我真係會殺咗佢。但喺見佢之前咧，我會唔做出任何承諾。好，你說服我啦，我哋咧就完成呢個任務。我哋可以再諗一陣，唔可以由其他人嚟完成噶嘛。個字體差咁啲，個字體如果係可以優雅少少，而唔係咁正方方嘅，可能會成件事靚啲。但混喺地牢入邊嘅公主，有咩可能會摧毀呢個世界咯
？You have a job to do here.
我問多啲嘢，我點知咩事
？We're all counting on you.
梗係要問啦，冇理由問啊嘛。你有冇證據支持你嘅說辭？
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
你曾想過公主毀滅世界，就係因為你困住佢嘛？冇時間，我哋多嘅係時間。清旁白 ，OK。
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
公主被囚禁係因為佢危險，佢目前無害係因為佢被監禁住。
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
我哋要實際上見到公主先知咩事。
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
無論咩原因都好啦，個結局都一樣啦。總之公主離開咗木屋，呢個世界就會滅亡。但係唔知點解個命運就係咁。但係點解佢哋會知呢個命運係咁啊？
Arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
總之我哋你嘅任務就係要懟冧佢。你有冇諗過或者我去接受世界滅亡？冇人希望世界滅亡，然之後即刻同你講，我即刻要世界滅亡啊！好多我哋咁樣 end game。
Nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those.
呢個旁白太天真。我 好啦，我就揀呢個先啦，呢個好長嘅句子。我哋會入木屋同公主吹水，如果佢真係咁邪惡嘅話咧，我哋或者會殺咗佢啊，唔一定殺，係啦。所以我哋唔好應承到佢任何嘢，我只係入去同公主吹水。
But a word of warning: if you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
佢會為到我哋神魂顛倒啊！公主。
Each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slave them.
英勇嘅聲音就係我。
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
前往木屋得一個選擇啫咩？係嘛？但係我見到佢跳跳好似有得喐咁嘅，點解？有冇隱藏嘢咁啊？嚟，冇啊！前往木屋，個門自己開嘅。
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade...
傻，你咪講多次啊！好吧 ，OK， 匕首係我嘅裝備，我有匕首就可以順利完成。我哋唔拎住 ，OK， 我哋入咗下邊先，唔拎住武器先 ，OK， 唔拎武器入去 ，OK。
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Who?
Hello? Is someone there?
公主把聲唔夠溫柔嘅。
Hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice
佢
you
要
only
黑
have
髮
to
未
hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
未，我冇拎武器入嚟嘅，我哋同佢吹水嘅 ，OK。
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the
死咯！點解佢會覺得把聲好聽？我唔覺得公主把聲好聽。公主把聲唔好聽，我叫佢刪 game， 直接懟冧佢。你好，我只係嚟睇下你，我係嚟救你噶，我係嚟救你嘅，講大話投殺你嘅？問好，繼續落樓。我係嚟望下你 ，OK。
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a
應該係
heavy
綁一
chain
邊，綁
around
另
her
一邊。
wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
點解旁白會同你講嘢？我唔明嘅。旁白點解係會好似有個人設喺度會同我哋講嘢咁嘅
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
？Nope。唔好急，我哋傾咗偈先。我盡力而為調查呢個鎖鏈，傾個偈先。
Okay.
Bye. OK. Bye. 哇，好齊！你叫咩名？我完全唔了解你，就係知你俾人揾咗到，一定有理由。如果我係你呢一排先見到嘅第一個人呢，咁你平時係食咩同飲咩？係咯，好好奇啊！有人派我嚟懟冧你，你似乎咧會令到呢個世界毀滅。如果我放咗你，你會做啲咩？我確保你繼續困喺呢度一陣，至少持續一小段時間，我哋可以深入認識對方。點樣深入？直到我揸定住之後，繼續鎖住公主。我哋可以想像與聯想咗先 ，OK？ 我哋可以，如果佢好耐先至見到我係佢呢一排見過嘅第一個人類啦啊，咁佢平時係食咩同飲咩嘅咧
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
吓？
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
咁佢平時食咩飲咩啊？
That's hardly relevant.
有幾心多幾心 ，OK？ 插
Okay,
佢
but。actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
係咯，佢唔使食噶，唔使食咁即係佢唔係人啦。唔使食唔使飲係咪？如果我放你走，你會做啲咩？我要確保你繼續滾喺度。你插佢深入調查啊嘛，咪插下佢咯。唔係嗎？用個匕首。挨家樂哥，對唔住，我唔信你。你講嘢咧就講啲唔講啲，我信唔過你，所以咧我唔可以賭盡世界嘅命運，未定嘅命運，仲要係冒險相信你，然後要拎匕首再翻去，二話不說翻上度拎匕首，真係唔敢相信佢哋一直韞住你。我要救你離開呢度，調查鎖鏈好過帶你離開，希望你唔好令我做一啲後悔嘅事嘅決定。我唔會放佢走住，你媽就未同佢吹水。佢乜水唔知你叫乜名話說。
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she
What's your name, my son?
You can address me as your Royal Highness.
吓？
Or you can just call me Princess
我唔
if
想
your Royal
嗨你
Highness
嘅。
is too formal.
你冇名嘅，你就叫公，你姓公，
Princess, her name
姓
or
公
her
叫
title?
主。
What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
好啦，佢個名就係叫公主 ，OK， 佢係冇任何名嘅 ，OK。所以你個名就係公主，點點點。
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
唔中意，我唔想叫你公主，我要叫你公豬。
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just
唔
forgotten.
記得自己個名
I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
啊！
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully, you're starting to see that she can't be trusted.
係咯，就唔
Go
過
back upstairs,
佢連
get
個
the
名都
blade
唔同
and
我
slay
講。
her before it's too late.
一出世應該點都有個名嘅，佢冇可能唔記得自己個名。你唔記得自己個名，但係你記得自己係公主，尤其是括弧主公。我完全唔識你，就係知道咧你俾人韞咗喺度，但一定有理由。
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
咩 reason 就咁？
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have
No.
all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
有人怕我哋懟冧你，你似乎毀滅呢個世界。如果我放咗你，你要做啲咩？
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or
Ow.
are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of
哇！
what I
搞咗
do
掟
really
完咗之後
matter.
摸我，好過分。適當作為根本唔重要，
It's not like you'd believe me.
就係唔信你啊！點樣信你啊，大佬？你連你個名都唔知，然後又唔同我講你食咩飲咩呢段時間，你就係話係咁耐以嚟咧見嘅第一個人咧，好耐冇見過人類啦，好開心啊耶咁樣啊 ，Hi Tony， 呢個驚 Tony 歌頌啊，仲有耶！我會確保你可以度 ，OK， 繼續鎖住佢。
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
關鬼事啊！
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
佢個方法離開，點離開啊？
So I'm the only one who liked that
大佬
idea.
叫咩名？大佬叫大佬，大佬叫月哥，姓水名月哥，多謝你。豆豆 WhatsApp 覆咗我 OK 啲咩啊？佢答咩 OK 又唱歌 OK。
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can
哇
promise that you'll regret
哇
that decision.
哇，唔幫拖會後悔喎！哇，個樣即刻唔同咗喎，不得了！
You
佢
have
兇我
to
喎，
make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
可唔可以咋？拎匕首嚟啦！我哋一齊諗辦法，將佢整出去啊，弄出去，放佢出去，甚至將公主困在地牢 3點 ，OK。無論如何，我會找到方法離開這裏。只要你有幫手，對你嚟講，我會更加慳時。省時先我錯。如果唔幫手，一定會後悔。到底我會後悔啲咩咧？如果我唔放佢走咁多位，大家諗到呢個公主度都可以做到啲咩，令到我哋會後悔？我放佢出去會令到呢個世界滅亡。我懟冧佢，我可以拯救世界。我放走佢，世界會滅亡。繼續困住佢，我應該會死。救佢對佢嚟講 easy， 點解係關我事？係咯？點解我救咗佢，我會同佢一樣都會有佢個 easy 容易 easy 容易啲乜嘢嘅問題？但係關咗咩事呢？尤其是我唔明點解係要派我去喎。我係一個勇士嚟噶嘛，喺呢一個角色上邊。咁我作為一個勇士，我救佢出去，但係世界會滅亡，我救佢出去，唔係好明呢度。佢有恐怖，但係佢威脅我哋係講大話。其實我救唔救佢都好，其實係唔會後悔噶。我但隻 game 叫再見公主懟冧公主喎，但係懟冧咗應該冇戲做噶啦，懟冧咗就真係死咗就算噶啦。諗辦法離開呢度，將公主困喺地。我想困住佢先咧，我想知佢會做啲咩出嚟喎。佢而家只係咁個樣啫嘛，我唔知佢會做到啲咩。
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch.
齋睇住佢就唔使懟冧佢。
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
要我拋下我付出慘痛嘅代價喎，我好憎佢呢個字體有啲難睇嘅，太幼身嘅。
Slip these chains? She can't, right?
係咯。
She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
佢唔似吹水喎，佢話，但係佢有咩可能會掙脫到啊？佢俾人困咗喺度咁耐。
Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
不，我哋依照原定計劃困住佢。哦，令人鬆一口氣，真係驚我承諾唔殺佢。困住佢。
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your way.
我就想知佢做咗啲咩。
Locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. 個匕首喺邊？我想問。台上面個匕首唔見咗嘅。 We can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me
我咪玩緊咪晒，冇咁大聲得唔得？
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. And it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never.
所以佢其實唔係人嚟㗎話，我想問。
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
儘管恐嚇我，我反而咧就唔會受到良心嘅苛責，所以之前全是演技。你根本唔係真正天真無邪，你甚至唔係公主，而係怪物。忽視佢並休息。唔理你。
Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just
旁白應該係唔會有感情㗎嘛，即係我唔知點解佢呢個旁白好似係會同我溝通咁嘅，係啦。應用嘅聲音係我哋自己，旁白係就係描述緊我哋行動嘅嘢，或者講一啲故事嘅嘢㗎嘛。但係唔知佢會有對話性嘅嘢嗰個旁白，好嘈啊！唔好再敲好嘛。
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar.
真係敲開咗嘅，佢點解可以離開到嘅？我唔明嘅。
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops.
至少佢唔係一隻好大隻好肥嘅東東，又好似龍咁嘅嘢。
It isn't all at once.
或者青蛙。
Paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs.
我咪驚冇法啊。
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you.
慢慢玩，你唔係話要撕成碎片嘅咩？
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in
佢對眼係咪越嚟越
curiosity
大
as you
嘅？
feel your organs
我記得佢對眼
shutting
冇咁大
down
嘅。
one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
No.
What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful
唔
things
係啊，點解我要幫你離開？你自己咪離開咗咯。你都離開到，咁我點解要再幫你咧？我唔明。你既然可以靠住自己力量離開，係你自己選擇唔離開啫喎。嚇
？I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end.
祝你下次好運。
Don't we?
大家都知我會重新嚟過。
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark.
Oh.
And you die.
You die. Chapter 2第二章噩夢吓？未完？唔係死咗咩？吓？第二章？喂，你第二章又去返呢度？喂 ，this 懟冧公主啊！呢個係懟冧公主模擬器。
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
音樂好似有少少唔同咗。啊個糟糕嘅事咁，等等，呢個唔係發生過噶啦咩？但我死咗啦，我喺呢度做乜嘢？佢會再殺我，好得唔制！哇！呢個矛下輪迴啊，唔係發生過啦咩？
Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it.
嚇
We've just met for the first time, you and
但
I.
係呢個係第二章喎。
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
佢阿旁白唔記得咩事，但係我記得發生咩事。
Shh. What if he hears us?
係啊，佢而家聽到我哋講嘢。嚇？恐慌嘅聲音？嚇？點解突然間多把聲音嘅
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save after all.
假設講真話，而呢一切咧確實係已經發生過，我點解要聽你講？我點解大費周章做任何嘢咧？
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We couldn't trust either of you, and as far as I'm concerned, we still can't. All we did was lock her away. And how'd that work out for? No comment. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do it. Your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't.
你們之中只有一個人會對世界造成威脅。
Anyways, I believe your other question was something along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started. Sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working.
頭先佢其實唔係好恐怖啫，對我嚟講。
And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or have you found yourself in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything? 我唔 care 啲人有冇得幸福快樂咁生活，我就係知呢個公主係唔知乜春嘢嚟。 How are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. 咁即係我就咁拎匕首懟佢，其實應該係冇用㗎，係嘛？係嘛？我懟佢係唔會做到啲咩㗎？其實係話。 佢話我要諗方法完成呢樣嘢喎，咁即係我哋要溝佢而唔係要懟冧佢啦，係嘛？亦都唔係由佢放喺一邊啊，我哋要同佢吹水啊。Just be quick about it. 淨係留喺佢哋身邊咧，最後都係會令到我所有器官走向衰竭。咁到底要點樣做先得？我引用你上一輪講嘅説話，佢只係一個公主。 你點解會覺得咁樣合理嘅敘述？佢顯然咧比嗰樣嘢更加糟糕得多。係邊個將佢韞喺個地牢？呢度係邊一度？ People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path. 森林裏邊嘅一條小徑真係邊度？嗰度喺嗰度，我實知係邊嘅嗰度啊！ 既然能夠將既然能夠將佢韞起嚟，點解佢哋咧就冇辦法殺咗佢咧？點解咧呢件事要去到我身上？ I'm not supposed to say this, 因為我特別哦。It's because you're special. 我係預言哦，即係我係勇者，我最愛嘅主播走開啊！ If that helps, but it's just the way things are. You can't just goad us into doing something by calling us special. It's manipulative. Why are you trying to manipulate us? I don't know, I kinda like being special. Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here. I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her. I know it doesn't seem fair, but that's just the way it is. And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job. 我有能力完成呢個工作嘅，即係其他人做唔到嘅嘢。我係被選中嘅小朋友。點解你都唔話俾我聽？你隱瞞緊啲乜嘢 ？Everything。公主叫咩名？公主係乜嘢？佢到底點樣毀滅呢個世界？ 同埋點解一定要我殺佢 If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her? Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but You're just going to have to take me at
應該會信你啊！我唔會信公主嘅。
He isn't telling us everything he
既然
knows
公主都可
because
以
he
呃
doesn't
我，
trust
咁即係
us,
你都可
which
以
means
呃
that
我。
we can't trust him.
我哋唔可以信佢
Stop
㗎。
talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. Do you see
我
the
個
way
人
he
格同另一個
pushes
人
us?
格傾
We
緊
have to
偈
get
啊，
out
係
of
啊
here.
但個旁白係唔知乜嘢嚟嘅。個旁白有可能都係我哋自己一個人格嚟。
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
轉身離開前往木屋，冇得轉身離
Oh,
開，一直 game
warning.
就係要去啊。
Before you go any further,
咩啊？
she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
今次係試下唔懟冧佢，救佢出去睇下會發生咩事咯。係咪？
I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
旁白唔今次講我哋行去小木屋嘅。旁白。
The interior of the cabin is plain. The
Yee.
smooth wood of the walls
Yee.
almost featureless. The only furniture
同
of
上
note
次有
is a lone
少少
table
唔
knocked
同
on its side
喎
in the。corner of the room.
唔
A
通呢
pristine
啲係乜嘢
blade
測
stands
驗、人性
between
測
you
驗
and
定
the
乜嘢
open,
集體
inviting
測驗
basement
嗰啲嘢
doorway.
咧？要揾一堆人入嚟。你個任務係要懟冧公主，唔將咁多嘢講嘅，睇下會幾多人係真係會懟冧公主，然後唔係做啲奇怪，點解都有塊鏡嘅？上次有鏡嘅嗎？我記得上次冇鏡喺度嘅。
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door?
門喺邊啊？
There was a door here
同埋我
last
想講
time.
點解咁闊嘅？道門好似冇咁闊嘅喎，我記得張台唔知點解細咗。
It's just an empty frame. She's already got out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Only me can do it 啊！你冇講到有關嗰件鏡子嘅任何事。
Right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't a
冇
mirror.
鏡，
There's a table.
成
the
成
blade
塊
sitting
鏡
on the
喺度
floor,
喎，清
the
左手
open
邊呢
doorway
塊
leading to the basement. There's
全身
nothing
鏡
else
嘅
in。here.
哇，
There's definitely a mirror.
係咯，有塊 mirror 喺度喎。
There isn't.
有啊，
We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there
會
is
行
a
過
trick
去
to
照
get
下
us to
鏡
do
啊，要唔
exactly
要
what he？
我想
wants.
知我哋咩樣嘅。我想睇下自己有幾型啊！靠近鏡子，明明有塊鏡，點解你要方清沒有？意義何在？
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
呢間木屋同我印象中完全唔一樣。
Very different. He changed it, didn't he? It's like he's trying to make us doubt our reality. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before.
三個
Enough of this past life.
咁係
nonsense.
一直有三
Haven't
個人
died.
嘅咩？
You
但係點解
certainly
上一彎
haven't
好
been
似得一
killed
個
by
人
the
嘅？
princess.
嚇！
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
靠近鏡子，
Walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall.
我作死你啊旁白，成塊鏡喺度，然之後話你只係一面牆，冇咩好
It
睇。
really isn't fun.
成塊鏡喺度，將鏡擦乾
You。reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin
我就
wall.
奇怪點解我哋個 mouse 係一個好有個手指勾勾嘅嘢，你哋睇下我個 mouse，
Did he make it go away?
我哋手係
Maybe
咁
there was
喎，
something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so
因為
bad.
我哋唔係人嚟嘅喎。我就問點解我哋個滑鼠嗰個鼠標係一個好長手指，然之後有尖爪嘅手指。我哋唔係人嚟嘅喎，我哋唔係啲咩勇士喎，睇嚟係。所以個旁白呃緊我哋嘅，所以我應該信公主嘅。公主應該係我朋友，
Oh, we should have taken the knife.
唔拎刀，
I don't think going down there unarmed is going to
唔
do us
拎刀
any
啊，唔拎
favors.
刀。
You cross over the
咁黑嘅
threshold and onto a series of isolated steps. More eyes too. You never
有
mentioned
眼咩？
eyes.
有啊，斬緊喎。
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back.
啊！
We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
我要同佢傾偈，我哋唔需要啲咩計劃，我要直接殺死佢。因為旁白先生似乎認為我會做得到，我唔明點解你哋全部人都要咁悲觀。沉默地下樓，踏入階梯之間嘅虛空。吓？問號？
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness.
點解咁大嘅？
A
間房
smattering
邊
of
度？
cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
反方向。
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go,
佢去最左邊咧，我見到佢有啲紅色嘢喺最左邊呢個位。向左走，向右走，咩都唔做，原路返回。什麼也不做。
Decide it's best to do nothing.
there you are.
Oh hi！
I told you I was going to find you.
你啲頭髮咧？
As the princess approaches,
不如
your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate.
有死！
It's as
哦
if，every part
想
of
同
your
佢傾下
being
偈
is
啊
coming！to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Liver, nerves.
點解唔直接殺咗我？我活着對嚟講有咩用處？你想我做啲咩？仲要殺咗之後發生咩事？又唔派我嚟阻止你毀滅呢個世界，我唔可以就咁俾你離開。你真係有病，你知我。如果你希望同我合作，至少咧就將我個癱瘓器官嘅能力刪咗佢。不如我直接懟冧你啦！我哋可以唔做敵人，我哋可以合作，甚至做朋友。 我兩個都唔會揀，我唔幫你離開，亦都唔會俾你殺咗我，就睇你點做啦。同噩夢共處，好啦，我哋離開，一齊離開。好啦，算你贏，我俾你離開，一齊離開。Be fan OK？
You're suggesting exactly what I want. Somebody's ahead of the curve.
我哋要 be fan OK 啊
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then, well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can leave without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
佢要離開。如果我決定俾你離開，跟住呢，我哋係咪就要分開啊？好啦，我哋一齊離開。
What? No!
Yes!
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving. And, do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Shit. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here.
The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon, this would be the perfect
可唔可以
opportunity
正常
to
少
use
少？我想
it.
講，我放佢走，佢都唔正常少
But
少。
we don't. We've already made our choice. We can still grab it on the way out.
我哋離開仲可以拎武器，唔
You're
好
not
啦。
wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive.
啱啊！你繼續 keep 住喺度練。
Right. Heart, lungs, liver.
搭上雞批跟住公主 ，OK。
You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it? At least it's a choice. That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing there. The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps on the door.
好似戴住咗個面具。
Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side.
點解成日都要諗住殺佢啫？我唔想殺佢
still save
喎。
everyone. You can still save yourself from becoming her tormented pet. There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does
好
is give
好
us more
嘈！你唔好喺
options.
個啊！
Dangerously low on those right now. Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system
No,
for a
no.
bit? Everyone is trying to
繼續
manipulate
你
us,
決，
and I
繼續你做呢個，
so
梗
many
係
things at once to keep us
我先係
alive.
決定我哋行動嘅人啫嘛！你唔可以咁噶。
Heart. Liver? Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin. No, no, no! You're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. I guess I have to do everything around here, don't I? Heart.
佢繼續 OK。
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I
你
thought
回
you
到我
might have
身邊
decided to
了。
break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
你會為咗嬲我將自己整壞，你都係唔好咁做。
Heart, lungs.
嚇乜嘢？我冇整壞你，我冇
Now
嬲
we can
你
get back to business. For starters, we won't need this where we're going.
This 呢個
The princess plucks the blade from the floor and tosses it through the door behind you. In fact, guess we're not stabbing her in the back.
可唔可以唔好閃住同我講嘢？你可唔可以唔好閃啊
I guess not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink.
邊度揾杯酒翻嚟無端端？
To her on a silver platter. I'd rather not be sober.
And now you open the door.
你開唔到
There's
門
nothing
啦
else for us to do.
進入世界，
The doorknob twists in your
釋
hand,
放係人
revealing
事
the
物到
forested
世
path
界，
beyond the cabin.
得到一個成就。
You bastard. You've actually done it. You've actually doomed every
個月細聲嘅。
lungs.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it.
Liver.
But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
Nerves. Heart. Lungs.
精疲力盡嘅公主攤倒在地，
Why is it so cold?
所以佢係唔出得嚟嘅。佢出嚟佢會死嘅，好多手啊佢。接埋咗個公主自己。Oh my！ 嚟唔切回應，未知力量帶走公主並取而代之。
She's gone. Where did she go? There's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
唔知佢走咗去邊，亦都唔知道點樣揾佢。旁白都消失咗，我要照下塊鏡。
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. It's calling us, and not in a good way.
靠近
I'm
鏡
begging
子，
you, don't do this.
靠近鏡子。鏡子以前從來沒有讓你們感到害怕過。
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
你靠近鏡子，注視住鏡中的你。你向前伸手，周圍一片靜默。佢哋走咗，但鏡仲喺度。係時候睇下鏡裏邊有啲咩。係你，係我，我係乜嘢？我睇唔出自己係乜嘢。滴水404 Hello，thank you for roll。即係倉鼠，我轉一轉啊！你獨自喺呢個空無一物嘅空間啊，周圍都係冇聲音，前往木屋。你喺木屋前接近他，多手公主變咗。
finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
你係啲乜嘢？補充水分。OK。你是公主嗎？
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
人哋千手觀音，佢千手公主。公主始終係你，或者係你搶走咗佢身份。問號。
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
你係啲乜嘢？
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
空城中只然無依嘅燈火。唔好撳我個鼻。你係啲乜嘢？唔好摸個頭。只然無依。嗰個唔係指節嚟嘅梳，我奇怪。冇啊！我啲頭髮啊，你搞到我冇啲頭髮，好過分！唔准喺塊面度畫嘢，好過分嚟。你認為我係啲乜嘢？我係人，我唔知自己係乜嘢。
I think that you are like me.
我哋兩個都唔知自己係乜嘢。
We are oceans, reduced to shallow
好
creeks.
迷喎呢個 game 個劇情，唔明喎，好有文學喎，文學到唔明嘅。脆弱嘅軀殼，呢台係末日後嘅世界，讓他離開。你識旁白？問下你識唔識旁白？
You are the only thing I have ever
佢唔識
known.
旁白，佢就係知道我嘅存在。
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
係得我哋喺度啫。派我取公主性命係咪你？ 就係你唔俾我離開呢度。
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
我哋識唔識得？
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing,
我同佢好親近，
as I witness you.
即係我係佢遠房親戚嗰啲 friend。知唔知呢度以外嘅世
I
界？
know only that they are.
我只知道世界的存在。吓？好遠呢，清唔明嘅，俾佢離開。呢度係咪末日後嘅世界？
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
唔知嘅。乜嘢軀殼所樣？
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own.
神經纖維？乜嘢啊？
This one is filled with sadness, a doll abandoned to the company of her darkest impulses. She desires only companionship, but the only thing she knows is how to hurt. She will make for a tender heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found her way home.
接下來呢？
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be
因為我哋
able
可
to.
以洗咗啲記憶。
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
啲手係屬於邊個嘅啫？你唔怕我揾方法懟冧你嘅咩？我會留低幾多記憶？你仲需要揾幾多關於你嘅碎片？如果我唔肯就範呢，我任務去殺死公主，同埋阻止佢毀滅呢個世界。如果我幫你，你會唔會毀滅呢個世界？
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape.
佢啱嘅喎，佢啱嘅喎。仲有幾多碎
More
片？
than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
你唔怕揾其他方法殺你
I
嗎？
have not lived.
係咯，
I'm
佢
not
唔
afraid
係
to die.
佢完全唔係生物嚟嘅喎，而家。我會留低幾多記憶？
Everything. Until we meet again.
但係玩應嗰個唔會唔記得嘅喎，只係遊戲入邊嗰個唔記得啫喎。如果我問就
Then
範，
we will be here forever.
永遠喺
as
度，
we are
乜都冇。
now.
OK，
Unfinished.
所以我哋要繼續。
Dry.
我唔要佢，等待。消除記憶。
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
嚇！你又話要消除記憶，然之後我要記得佢，我點樣記得
You
佢啊？
won't.
我唔會。OK，多謝。Chapter 1，我哋去翻第一章勇士與公主。
You're on a path. You're here.
skip tap 掣可以睇翻之前跳過嘅對話。一發唔係不發一言，前往木屋。
You make your way up. We're not going to go. Ignore him.
前往木屋。
The interior of the blade.
如果我懟冧佢
You
咧，
take.
咦
The door
我
to
手
the
多咗
basement
把
creaks
刀嘅，
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated
手
by
多
an
咗把刀
unseen
嘅，
light. Her voice.
Who's there?
把聲唔同咗嘅。
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason.
把聲唔同咗嘅，
You walk down the stairs
但公主都係咁嘅樣
and
嘅。
lock eyes with the princess. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
好啦，俾你識破咗啦，我嚟懟冧你。
That isn't a good idea. Just drop
可以
the
文
knife,
明討論
and
呢，
maybe the
佢
two
叫我
of
放
us
低
can
把刀
talk
嘅。
things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
放下匕首。
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
字體都唔同埋喎，另一個人嚟嘅呢個。
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
緣分你暗示咗啲乜嘢？
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
你叫咩名？
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness.
佢唔係叫
Or
我
Her
叫佢做
Majesty.
公主，佢
Any
叫我做
honorific should do.
殿
really.
下。
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
我哋係因為你會毀滅呢個世界，
Don't just tell her that.
點解唔得啊？
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world.
我中意呢個嘅，我唔想得冧佢。
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Hmm. 放你走，你會做啲咩？
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust. So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you—
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
我要點樣帶你離開呢？
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
用刀開呢個鐵鏈。
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. She is. I'm sure of it.
留喺度幾
Too
耐？
long.
好耐啫，見到。
Oh, Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
救你出去！
Have to be kidding.
旁白收聲，我
You
要救
walk
佢
up to the
出去。
chains binding the princess to
我
the
唔理。
wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
冇鎖匙有其他辦法，除咗要我整斷你嘅手。上樓睇。
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
有人鎖咗門。
Is someone else here?
試着開門。
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
放我
Your
出
shouts and
去！
pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
翻返去。
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
對啊。
The knife. Pick it up and
Huh?
get me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
拯救公主。
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
我哋個滑鼠。
You cut into her flesh.
好似唔痛咁嘅。
The blade is sharp.
佢真係一啲都唔痛嘅，佢就咁掹咗出嚟，係咪
Before
好？
long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You
Wow,
can't
they
just let her
hold no more
escape
there.
into the world. No, as the princess approaches the bottom
Hey,
stair,
hey, hey,
your
hey, stop
body
it, stop
steps
it, stop
forward
it,
and
hey, hey,
raises
hey.
the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
吓！警告公主！警告公主！警告公主！警告公主！
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
抵抗！
The blade. Move the
你即係
blade.
旁白，你冇意識，你走開，你走開，你唔准控制我個身。
to help me, aren't you?
嗯哼，
I can see the
我幫
conflict
緊
in
你。
your
嗯
eyes.
哼，嗯哼，個旁白阻止我懟冧，唔係要我懟冧你，我阻止緊佢懟冧你。
I'll make this quick.
吓？冇啊，冇啊
She。steps forward
Oh.
and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
吓
Then
？No！
she slits your throat with
Ah.
an almost clinical ease. Her
Bye-bye.
face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth.
第二張囚犯。
You're on a path. You're here. My tricks. Those are two. Let's. What do you, if you think what? I'm not so sure running away is the
轉身離
best
開，
idea.
懷
We're
疑
not
嘅
the
聲
only
音喎，今
person
次
stuck. Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
係離開。
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange.
行出嚟。
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
咁離開都要行返去木屋
Everything's
個
back
低
on
邊。
track.
Oh
Maybe the
my！
world can still be saved off.
乜鬼嘢故事啊？再次
Really
轉身。
keen on wasting everyone's time.
我唔係浪費大家時間，我要離開呢度，我唔
Remarkably
要對任何啲
selfish,
黐孖
if
筋
you。ask me. I've already outlined the stakes, but fine. You turn around and trek back down.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy. What's going on? Where are we?
好似冇重複
Did
喎。
we do this? Is this the end of the world? Was there ever even a world to end?
身處嘅世界四分五裂，其具體物質被交織嘅虛空取而代之。你發現自己又嚟到呢個行物或者記憶回籠，有啲電連共鳴嘅聲音，好多聲音交集喺一齊，隨住其他存在接近，不安嘅脈搏聲就越嚟越響亮。已經知道係咩，係有啲咩係呢一個虛空之境。多手喂，千手公主啊！佢觸手伸入呢個現實嘅結構，四處咁樣探查，然後揾到你嘅意識，然後包起你，唔再孤身一人。困惑，你點解會嚟呢度？我仲未完整反抗。手指拖住呢個爪子，刮過你嘅靈魂嘅玻璃咁樣嘅表面，不如你填滿咗呢個軀殼，除非佢可以帶嚟更加多嘅詭震，否則對我哋毫無用處。力量推住你嘅意識啊，唔好啊！你唔可以翻去，你唔可以翻去嗰度。哦，後悔。呢個世界已經破碎到不得了，冇辦法再修復。我哋一定要重新編織新嘅世界。擺動嘅手指，呢個地方嘅絲線啊，哇！啲資料度呢就係咁多，唔好浪費。我係我哋唯一嘅救贖。Chapter 1：勇士與公主否認，返回你認定嘅。
You're on the path.
OK。
You're-
仲要我哋要前往木屋。
We're not gonna go.
如果揀殺咗佢會點？睇下公主今次把聲有咩唔同。
The door to the basement. Her voice.
Who's there?
She said, "Don't let it."
一樣。
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk. She's focused on the task.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward.
Oh? No talking
唔
then?
傾啊，唔傾啊
Fine.
，no talking 啊。
What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason.
我被
right?
選中嘅小朋
And
友
if that knife is the only weapon you have, So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
You
lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes
係咯，根本殺
herself
唔
to
到
be
佢嘅，點樣
alive
先可以
and
殺到？
well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
我唔確定，感覺佢應該留喺後手，想必不是，這人未免太容易
It's
了。
over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that. You lean down and place your hand against her neck. holding your breath as you search for a pulse, even though you know you're not going to find one. We definitely won't if you keep talking. I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was? That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Ooh.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy.
我又死。
Quick, let's get out of here.
Oh.
It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you, for whatever that's worth. Everything goes dark, and you die.
第二張刀冇啊。
You're here. She will be good with. The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a... You reach forward, but now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this. You take... It feels... The door to the basement creaks open. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it. The smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Scraping? She's not even trying to hide her knife. It's like she wants to get in our head. That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
把聲又唔同咗。
There is something so wrong with that voice. Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she
啲人
can't
笑
hide
住，
that
卡
threatening
你卡
edge
你
to
救
her
我
voice.
啊，嘻嘻。
She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
篤篤篤。
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right? That doesn't sound like me.
Last time? What are you talking about? Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth. I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
我記得啊。
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
會唔會捅死我？仲唔記得上次發生咩事？
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her. She certainly feels threatening. Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife? And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death. Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
The princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero. But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed.
I've shown
you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret. Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious. Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry, do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now?
Yes.
You're acting like you are.
I'm sure.
My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh?
Huh?
Silly little bird-face thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me. I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
What? No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me. Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's... Shit. In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all. How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices through her arm. Okay, maybe we aren't safe here. She doesn't even hesitate before Ah, shit! Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horrible. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and with it, your only line of defense. She's much better at this than she was last time. Yeah, it's unreal. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
And with a squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
第三張雲箭，我已經係第三張喎。咦，佢唔係仲快
You're
過
on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every... You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy. Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
What's the point of fighting if she's just going to win every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing. Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realise that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction. That can't be right, that's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it. Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. And what if we never do? So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to? I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are. Right? There isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
It was never there. Just an illusion.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine. You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once. Nothing bad has come of it yet. Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered. The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose, and she is coming for you.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
用口才嚟解決問題，同佢調情 ？What？ 我們要跟他倆面對傷痛，亦都不為而動，不為所動。如果我哋唔去感受疼痛，佢都唔會傷到我哋。吓 ？How？ 殺咗我哋，佢就贏，係咪？咁我哋搶先一步殺死自己。吓？以上啲橋全部都好難，構思其他更好嘅辦法。我要調情同佢點樣調情啊？但係。
Now, I've tolerated quite a bit.
要識有佢
This
，OK？
is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess.
要識
She
有佢。
wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her. Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
I'd rather not. It's not like she wants us anyway.
I'm fine with it. Let's see where this goes.
耶！給他個挑逗嘅眼神 ，blink 我知道你想殺咗我，不過有人話有冇人同你講過你好漂亮？我終於了解你嘅感覺，我喜歡你，我覺得我戀愛了，或者我哋應該約會嘅時候將話講開。喺你刺死我之前，要唔要同我食個晚餐先呢？
A rosy blush
Seriously?
flushes in the princess's cheeks, and a wide grin cuts across her face.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too.
Oh，
Oh, be damned, this is actually going to work, isn't it?
But why mess around with appetizers when the main course is
Huh?
right here?
Or not?
Oh，
At least she likes us. I've never
好
been
慘啊！
liked
個
before.
崩潰嘅聲音，終
Blush
於
still
個
glowing in her cheeks.
佢手好扭
The princess
曲。
closes the distance between you, blades flashing. She skewers you.
Oh.
Ow. What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She's even said as much. Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead, and that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances.
Uh-oh.
Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
As long as we keep moving.
We'll win her heart eventually.
痴情嘅聲音。
Great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
好逼啊！呢度喊出嚟。
Come on, show me something new.
殺死自己。哦，佢話冇成功到，佢再次殺死你，一次又一次又一次咁殺死你，你記憶開始模
Then
糊
you。skewer yourself.
Oh，
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
Huh, that didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
叛逆
Well,
嘅
there's
聲音
more
咁
of
似係。
us. Let's see if that helps.
We just have to hit her harder.
She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's
多咗
not how this
3個。
works.
Do you see that? We
我個
almost
眼
had
神
her.
死，我
That
眼
was
神本身
luck.
係 9W。
But we only
我
had
平
to
時
get
對眼就係
lucky
咁嘅，你
once.
講咩啊？
She's going to kill this body either way.
哇，越嚟越多個人格啦，
So
我
stop
哋
feeling
好
what
多
it
好多把聲，
feels.
我個腦入邊。
She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
Doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Okay, let's go
係
again.
Rico again。
Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
She skewers you.
合出嚟。
See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah. That was a good one.
None of this is working. Think. Think.
She skewers you.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time.
You're right. One last time. That's all we need. And then
再一
everything
次
goes dark
然後都係死
and
咗。
you die.
Oh，誒第4章玉石區粉，竟然玩第4章，我哋竟然冇去到嗰個虛空。
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a
Just-
council. We'll take it.
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Oh, what if we throw it out the window?
Over my dead body.
That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
個崩潰開始唔崩
Besides,
潰啦，係
what
咪？
better
因為
way
寫得
to
太多
die
次。
so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman?
Sure, I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything. The only thing we're going to manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is... How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know.
係開始 round。
Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Are you
你可以
sure
直
you
接
don't
聽
want
得
me to
明個
describe the
故事
stairs
喎，我唔使翻
or
譯
this
俾你
room
聽
or，anything?
或者讀俾你
Feels
聽
like。I'm hardly a part of this.
Don't care, just want to win.
Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
所以我諗佢嘅任務都係佢要殺死我，然後我嘅任務係我要殺死佢咯。
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though.
冇得
Just
完
you
喎咁
wait.
樣。
And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Do-do-do.
旁白唔講嘢了。
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing. Yeah, me too.
Me too.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing. Really? Okay then.
Here we go, now!
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears.
What is
Then
that?
it erupts. She becomes a
I'm sure.
wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room
What?
is a skeleton of blades.
哦，成身都係刀
A
喎，
heart beats furiously in its
成
cage
身
of
都
a
係刀
chest.
片嘅。
Are you ready for what comes next?
Holy shit!
佢連公豬都唔係喎，而家變咗刀片啊！
Gorgeous.
知情嘅聲音收聲，唔好
Absolutely
Oh
divine.
my
Yes, behold the perfect
低啲呢兩個係乜嘢人格嚟嘅？
You can throw her out the window.
有冇辦法掉佢出窗
That
外？
looked painful. How is she still alive? Hearts
但佢有心
still
嘅
beating,
喎，
that's
係
all
咯，
she needs. This is fake.
佢有
This is
心嘅
all
喎呢度。
fake. That's all just made up. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
All right,
放空腦袋。
What just happened? It's so quiet.
讓旁白安靜。
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different, like I should actually take this seriously for once.
你沒有動作，然而身體卻自行移動了。你靠近公主嘅時候，佢出手攻擊你，我睇唔切佢就開始。然後佢哋開始打交喎 ，OK？ 兩個開始放空大腦，兩個喺度打交。燦爛嘅舞蹈有來有往，點解變咗格劍嘅咧？會有破綻呢，手中嘅匕首就咁篤咗落去。哦，佢縮埋咗。冇見到佢死，再冇機會，你應該要離開，要返去記憶回廊 ，OK？ 靠近鏡子，走向鏡子，注視鏡中嘅你。周圍一片靜默，係時候睇下鏡入邊有啲咩。我脹咗喎，我腫脹了喎。然後你返去呢一個世界，前往木屋。OK。今次照鏡嘅時候，我哋見到自己腫脹咗，被嘟嘟咗。
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate
未
me,
完整
it
喎
will
仲。
have to wait until I am complete.
我哋要幾多個輪迴先
Flickering
令到佢完整
lights
呢
and
個？
empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
呢個係我哋第二次入嚟呢度應該，係咪同之前一樣傳信？你變咗幾多？
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives
同以前唔
and
同，
carves new
但係
avenues
又
of
唔
expression.
變。
I am different, but I am
問號？
the same.
你每一句説話都好似謎語咁，你可唔可以直接俾一個答案
I'm
我？
sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
產生咁大嘅變化係咩感覺？一切結束之後，你知道要做啲咩嗎？ 你知道最後你完整後，我會拎你條命嘅，我會殺咗你啦，就係。我翻去之後，彷彿有一道見唔到嘅牆圍住我自己。我之前做過嘅事，點解冇辦法重現？你待我比我見過其他人溫柔，謝謝。你希望我之後帶啲咩禮物？你對我有啲咩睇法？我曾經傷害過，係咯，傷害過你嘅。
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
要帶啲咩禮物俾你？
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
OK，
My joy isn't seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers. And
所以其實我
every
做啲咩
perspective
選擇都
illuminates my
係
shadows and shares new secrets.
冇啱錯之分，所以我先可以一直玩落去，而係冇 game over 呢樣嘢。但總之我揀嘅嘢係會影響結局，但冇話啱定錯。OK， 我仲需要帶幾多軀
If
殼？
I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow
佢要更加
and
多。
murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
對於改變同成長，你有冇偏好嘅方向？
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
仲差啲咩呢？
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
但可唔好咁大力啊！Chapter 1， 啱啱嗰個完全體嚟嘅，OK， 都冇係完全體啊！
Does it?
啊咁就掣啊！
You make your way. We're not going to go. Ignore. The interior of the blade. The door to the basement. Her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
啊，把聲變翻一開始嗰把嚟，我係救你㗎。
You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
有冇可能我哋曾經就係俾人韞過喺呢度咧？佢右邊都有個鎖鏈，但係點解冇綁住佢嘅？
I can't believe you're here.
係咪代表我哋曾經都喺度
waiting
啊？
for something like this
只
to
係我唔
happen
記得咗。
forever.
可能本身我哋一齊韞
I
喺度
hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
冇
You were lying when you
冇
said
工
you were
具
here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
飽充時分，將敵而為。哎呀，
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
唔好叮叫我啦。
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
冇鎖匙有冇其他辦法？
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
呢把聲冇咁好聽，我覺
There's a
得
slight
佢第二把聲好聽
panic
啲。
rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here,
唔
but
知
if there's a
點解會
time
喺
to
度
strike,
飛
it's
走無
now.
端端。
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
呢個弱勢啲嘅喎。
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest,
Ito, ito lang mo.
tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
未死㗎。
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
又話好快嘅。
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
唔使咁多下㗎 ，OK。
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how
呢個公
sloppy
主
her
同我哋
blade
之前見到嗰兩
work
個
is,
都唔
does
同
it?
喎，佢
Stab wound
冇
is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before
佢
you
冇
bleed
變到
out.
黑化。
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you,
我
your
哋死好多
limbs
次嘅，所
unresponsive.
以我已經麻木咗，我哋係咁
Princess
死
stares down，
同埋
at
佢
your
都會
ruined
死
chest，
我
as
哋雙方都會
tears
死。
carve rivulets of pink
我哋只不過
down
喺
her
度無限輪
blood-spattered
迴緊，
cheeks.
然之後我哋要集齊晒佢
Can't just end like
個
this.
個所謂公主想要嘅視覺，跟住先會
Oh,
完到。
that's rich coming from you.
但係我唔知個公主
As
其實
much as
要
I
啲乜嘢。
prefer for things to have gone differently, I
公主
can't
50
deny
度
the
人
reality of what's
我哋
happened.
自己個角色都有
Two
50
of
度
you
人，
made
教
your
咗講。
choice. It's over.
頭先係
Everything
勁
goes
多
dark.
把聲喺我哋嘅角
And
色
you
上
die.
面。我哋每做一個決定咧，就勁多嘢。喺 Chapter 2變咗做少女喎。
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. If only forget, but last I
變咗痴情嘅聲音嘅，痴情嘅聲音同我哋一齊啊！今次 OK。
The interior of the
咁靚
cabin
嘅
is clean
Wow
and elegant. Its stone walls
靚
draped
咗
in
好多
fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an
今次
intricate
呢個公主好
stairwell. Gold-trimmed
正
carpet
常
glimmers in the light of the
比較
torches
正
positioned
常
along the walls.
雖然佢好似冇痛
The
楚，
basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even
痴情
more
嘅聲音。
beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back.
有啊，
You've
有
been
嚟
here
過
before, haven't
嚟過
you?
好多次啦已經。
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but What's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
正確嘅選擇到底
We
係
damned a whole world. But everything reset.
到底係乜嘢？
Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
你上次殺咗我，感到好痛心。你點解要咁樣做？我身上冇刀，我係咪要再次切斷你嘅手嚟幫你掙扎？我死咗之後發生咩事？必須問證在喺你殺我之後係咪毀滅咗世界？我哋上次發生嘅事好抱歉，派我哋殺死你嘅旁白佔據咗佢身體，令到錯得更加離譜。
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I don't
know. Was I supposed to have ended the world?
No.
Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Then I didn't
end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
You died, and now we're talking.
啊！你死咗之後就我哋而家又喺度傾偈吓？你殺咗我，覺得好痛心，點解要咁做？
Didn't you want me to?
唔係啊！
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We
又
won't
吸
be laying a finger on her perfect
我唔係好
wrists,
想成日
and
整斷
indeed,
佢嘅
we
手
won't
嘅，
even have to.
應該有
You
其他
see
辦
how
法㗎
dainty
嘛
her hands are. We'll be able
隻
to
手
slip
咁
her
幼係
right
咯，可以
out
直接
with
穿出
no
嚟。
harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
拯救公主
No.，I can't
我冇啊，
let you
我冇
do
殺
that. If
佢
you take
嘅
another
選
step
擇咯，我
towards
想
the
講，
princess,
我哋就可以
I'll
拯救
what?
佢。
Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't.
No.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
係咯，
We approach the princess
佢
and
隻手幼到
gingerly
係直接
slide
可以
her
穿
hand
出
from her
嚟啦，個
bind.
鐵鏈。
That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned.
呢個公主好正常喎，比起上嗰兩個真係，
But I guess I have to.
就無論佢係講緊大話定點，
There's no
定係
life
隱瞞自己
more
真
worth
實個
living
面目
than that
都
of
好
a。true
但呢個
believer.
公主真係最正常嗰個
I'm
嚟啊！
free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
The princess jumps
好
up and smothers you
哇
in a joyful
哇大波
embrace.
大波公主，
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out
個
there
旁
would
白
be
好嘈啊！我唔
saved.
要咗旁白啦。
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
跟住做啲成人會做嘅嘢，OK？ 你想做什麼？我哋要離開呢度。你想做
Let
啲
me
咩？
guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
啊！我希望你可以講出你想做嘅嘢，你一定有嘢想做。你想唔想毀滅呢個世界？我就想離開，剩低嘅事之後再諗。如果你想離開，咁我哋走啦
That。sounds perfect.
好耶！
The princess takes
哇，
your
有
hand,
閃光
the
嘅。
last hopes of the
Big
entire
face.
world slipping through your fingers as they
喂，呢個係咪
intertwine
happy
with
ending
hers.
嚟㗎？好愉快喎
We
呢個。
have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
你覺得你打唔打得開？如果我哋一齊努力，應該打得開。一齊打開，
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
我就唔信兩個都打唔開到喎。
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess
Ew.
place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you
然後道
kidding
門
me?
就咁就開
I
咗。
told you our love was
問號
insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs and
點解把刀喺度
Blade,
㗎
that's right. There's still a chance for you to do
No.
the right thing. Take the
把
blade
刀唔
from the
應該
table
出現
and
喺呢個
slay
世
her before
界。
it's too late.
你並不打算這樣嘅。
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw
唔
out
制啊！
the
呢個
end
唔
of the
殺
world
得
and
啊！
make
唔想
me
殺呢
suffer.
個，呢個冇問題。
Hate you. You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not how this works. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
我哋就係需要彼此就可以獲得幸福，不如我哋就喺呢度共同建立共同組建生活。唔好再干擾我啦！我心意已決，我哋要離開，直接無視佢哋。
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. Our happy
愛使
ending
你
at
自由嘅，
last.
We did it. What should we do
但係
now?
都係咯，個世界都係會
Where did everything go?
毀滅。
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into.
冇解喎，總之佢一出嚟個世界就會毀滅你。
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
爸爸，佢就咁樣離開咗我哋。我中意呢個。你冇時間製作另一件外套嘅機會。
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? 你哋當然會驚，呢個對你嚟講係結局，但對我嚟講唔係。唔會有時相信我就啱。我哋先前嚟過呢度，而你哋成日都好驚。But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? 呢個並唔係結局，無論如何，彼岸一定要更加美好。對你嚟講嘅結局，對我嚟講唔係。彼岸上會一齊會冇事的。If you say so, we'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it. 靠近鏡子，你靠近鏡子，注視着鏡中的你。你伸隻手出嚟，周圍都一片靜默。哇！我縮埋咗一嚿喎，之前係脹卜卜，而家我縮埋咗一嚿，萎縮咗喎。嚟到木屋前，接近他。
I am a growing chorus of contradiction.
矛盾綜合體啊！
Tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
不可能矛盾，矛盾會唔會存在？如何身為矛盾？我翻去幾多次並唔重要，你我之間總係有一方傷害另一方，呢個唔會改變你咩？咁梗唔係更加令你更加糟糕嗎？你對呢副軀殼有啲咩想法？你知道最後你完整之後，我會殺咗你個。你知道我哋離開嘅世界而家咩情況？你唔在乎我之後帶啲咩嚟咩？我需要帶幾多軀殼？
We will know when we near our destination.
接近終點時候，我哋會知喎。咁即係未啦。
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No。老實說，咁樣令到我更加喜歡你，但係我唔知道點樣說明。Nope， 我就係想接近你，一切彷彿就好似越嚟越遙遠啊！對此我不予置評，我就係希望停止呢一切，係你不停折磨緊我，而我厭惡你折磨，我恨你，更加喜歡你。
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
唔好係矛盾，矛盾唔會存在。
And yet my waters flow and my streets
好迷，好迷，睇唔明，大佬
There are no
講啲
words
識聽嘅
that
言
can
得唔得，大佬？
describe me
清
into
清清。
non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it. If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But know that I do not wish you harm, even if you attempt to destroy me. My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
又講謎
Perhaps this
語
will change when our work is done. I care about your gifts.
呢個講過
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me. The tides do not dictate. My gift to you is to... This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
OK
I will be here
Bye-bye.
when it is time for us to meet again.
我哋嚟多一次個輪迴，之後再留翻聽日玩。溫柔的心送回少女。
You're on a path, you're here.
呢個選擇係我哋一開始嗰啲選擇嚟嘅，佢冇變過。OK。
We're not going to ignore the interior of the blade. Her voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
把聲都係咁嘅。
Hypnotist, don't let.
你好，我嚟探望你，我嚟救你。嗨，我應該係嚟殺你。
You must
搞錯
have the
地
wrong
址。
address.
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
水哥睇嚟
There's
好
a
啱
heavy
做蘇
chain
丹，
around her
玩
wrist,
蘇丹嘅遊戲。
binding her to
咩
the
蘇
far
丹啊？
wall of the basement. She's beautiful. I am begging.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
讓佢以為 We talk。
Okay.
We can talk。哇 Hello。
救命！好多年冇
好大聲
睇過你。
阿親，救命！你係邊個 ？Mr. Team 09底線 A， 多謝你嘅 Super Chat。好多年冇睇過，一入嚟就睇要睇我殺死公主係咪？但我唔諗住殺佢咯，其實佢冇害㗎喎，個公主其實佢從頭到尾都冇害㗎喎。雖然我唔會殺你，但我唔會俾自由你，太冒險。不如我留低陪你一陣，話唔定之後會皆大歡喜。我唔想殺佢嘅，又唔可以直接救佢出去，因為直接救佢出去佢就冇辦法，變做另一個人格嘅公主，應該咁樣講。係啊，我哋暫時見到3個公主，唔同嘅公主。我哋唔同選擇會影響個公主有唔同嘅面貌咁啦。完全睇我哋見過少女，我哋見過第一個嗰個都唔知係咩嚟，我睇唔出第一個係乜嘢。第一嗰個總之就好閃黐線，佢一靠近我哋個器官啲內臟全部都會開始停止運作咁咯。第一個嗰個係。我唔會殺你，話唔定我哋一齊會皆大歡喜。個樣好似唔開心。
So you weren't kidding on the stairs. I thought you were just making a bad joke. You were actually sent here to kill me?
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here.
哦，
It would make it
呢個
easier
串
for
嘴公
both
主，
of
我
us
唔
if
我
you'd
唔理
help.
佢啦。
But if you don't,
誒，
I
唔係喎，呢個第
can
一個
promise
嚟
that
嘅
you'll
喎。
regret that
哦，
decision.
呢個第一個嚟㗎，呢個第一個嗰個公主
You。have to make a choice. Let's hope for all
咁
our
如果
sakes,
今次我
it's
選
the
擇幫呢一
right
個
one.
第一個公主，我就係得一個選擇㗎。
Thank you.
旁白做咗啲嘢喎，得一個選擇啫喎，我哋冇得揀救佢喎。
Where are you going?
哦，
You can't just leave me here.
旁白做咗嘢，
Fine.
旁白唔知
Turn
做咗
your
咩手
back
腳喎，
on
我哋
me.
冇選擇揀
But
嘅。
it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right?
係咯，
She has to be bluffing, but you rush up to the first floor. Okay. If we're sure about this, you slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
佢人呢？人唔見咗啊
There's only
！Oh
a
no！
severed arm.
佢喺我哋後邊係
Its
咪？
cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be
所以
seen.
總共有3個公主
Is
係
it
咪？
just me? Or did this
我
room
中意第
get a
3個
lot，
即係
bigger?
頭先我哋見到嗰個好溫柔嗰個。Hello。我諗我哋有個唔完美嘅開始，你願唔願意重新嚟喎？做個了結啊！
Oh, you coward.
No,
哦，
I don't think we can.
哦，佢喺左手邊啊，見到佢啦，我
Why don't you come close?
哦，唔係嗰個點點點嚟嘅，嗰個唔係
I
眼
have
嚟嘅。
something to show you.
咁佢喺邊啊？佢喺我後邊係咪？佢右邊。做個了結。
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
佢喺邊啊？關上身後嘅門，望下手臂。
As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead.
今次有啲唔同喎，同上。
She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs.
OK，佢鎖
The
住咗我個
lock
然後
clicks
咧
into place. No!
？No！
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free.
With those parting words, the princess walks away, her quiet footsteps eventually fading as she leaves you and the cabin to rot. You're stuck here, alone.
Oh，
It can't just end like this.
就係咁樣原來冇錯。
As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality
冇
of
喎，
what's
呢一
happened.
個
I'm
冇咩可
sorry.
以做選擇
It's
喎。
over.
個旁白得一個
You
選
don't
擇
know
俾
how
我
much
揀。
time passes before the end, but eventually it comes. The world ends, and you end with it.
哦，女巫啊 ，a witch。今次係
You're
女
on a
巫，
path. You're here to
糟糕事咁發生過。唔要，我死咗啦，點解仲喺度嘅？
a warning. She will lie. Don't worry.
投機嘅聲音今次有嘅，投機嘅聲音好似未試過拍住我哋勇士啊，我哋英勇嗰個聲音。
The interior of the cabin is a
哇
mess
女巫
of
屋啊，
twisted
今次係
roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood
會
that
唔會有貓貓
almost
啊？
as if by
女巫都會養隻
accident
貓
just
貓噶
happens
嘛？
to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
有匕首，我哋可以完成任務。要唔要照下鏡？照下鏡，
You walk up to what do you
將鏡擦
reach
乾
forward
淨。
and rub your
唉
hand
佢又
against
搬
the
走
cabin wall. I hope no blade.
即係佢前面呢度
You
係
know
冇
what
得
you're
照
getting us
嘅，
into.
要直到
It'll
可以
always be
去
here if we need it.
永
Sure,
恆
that was
永
also
永
true
恆嗰個
last
地方
time
先
when
可
we
以
still
睇嘅
died,。but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
我睇
The
mirror，
door to the
我
basement
睇
creaks
mirror。
open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The
女
ceiling is
巫嘅
thick
公
with
主會好
roots
恐
that hang
怖，
like locks
係
of
咪好
tangled
尖鼻
hair.
啊？
The weak starlight
比較
from the
常
cabin
見嗰啲女
windows
巫都係
behind
綠
you
色
can
皮膚
barely
跟住尖
penetrate the
鼻，
gloom here, only
塊面
illuminating
仲要
the
生滿
edges of
痘
the
痘，
opening
係
below.
啊，痘
It
痘。
shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. Her voice skitters up from
哦
below.
嚟啦，佢把聲嚟啦。
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't
呢
be
個音
scared.
調，呢個
I
聲調，哇！
probably won't bite.
哦， 我唔係裝東西，我好乾淨，你好。
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path.
咩都冇做過，我上一輪係咯，我上一輪咩都冇做過。
And I remember
我冇
what
救佢
you've
啫嘛，係
done.
我
She
冇做
must
過任
have
何
you
嘢。
confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole
投
situation.
機係算係一個乜嘢嘅
You
角色？
can't.
即係佢個人格
Unless you
係
slay
乜
her
嘢？
right
投
away, she's
機係
going
咩
to
意思
break
㗎
free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the
Fine.
boss.
喂，
Thank you. You
哇，
descend
沙
the
條尾
basement
嘅，
steps, entering the
收收。
dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom.
對腳都好似唔
She's
同
huddled
咗，有
against
啲
the
毛
far
毛
wall,
毛神神嘅
her
喎，
eyes bright and
佢爭咗佢
glaring
冇獸
from
耳
amid
啫
the
喎，
thick roots.
我啲毛係咁
And
噶嘛
there。you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What
我
do
冇
you
拎匕首
want?
噶嘛，我記得頭先。
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here,
我
haven't
哋
you?
過好多次啦，旁白。
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
哦，佢等緊我講嘢嘅，上次是真好抱歉。聽我講，上次做錯咗，人人都會犯錯，唔係咩？你應該都犯過錯。我覺得你似乎唔太中意我，我手無寸鐵，應該展現出誠意啦，係話不如我哋握手打鑊。我上次咩都冇做，係你困住咗我，困到我死咗。我上次死咗，你冇死，你先係最唔捨得信任嗰個。聽我講，我知道上一次嘅場面好難睇，但我認為我哋雙方都面臨住困難嘅情勢，所以我哋要聯手。你會話自己掙脫咩？上次你唔係做到咩？唔可以咁幫你離開，你會捅我一刀。我唔相信你，亦都唔想放走你，更加唔想接近你。我走先啊！再見。係咯，上次我冇殺佢，係佢殺我嘅。你唔可以自己掙脫㗎。
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Stop her！ 啊，撳錯啊！
You came to me with empty hands last time, too. But that didn't mean you hadn't been plotting something nasty all along. What you did showed me as much.
But we didn't plot anything. We just made an informed decision based on the information we had at the time. I think you're both making perfectly valid points. Sure, we didn't plot anything, but it's easy to see how she might think we did.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own
樹
accord.
屋啊，原來
did
樹
you?
樹屋嚟
Alright.
，OK，樹屋嚟。
I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all. And unfortunately, you're the only one I have.
Seems to me
佢
like
都唔
she's
明點解
offering
同佢
a
離開，明明佢
mutually
自己離
beneficial
開。
arrangement.
到底
We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may
好
hate
討
you,
厭我陰
letting
公。
you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood
門口喺嗰
between
邊
us.，
得一條路啫嘛，
Oh,
你唔
that
識自己走
nagging
咩？
feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event. She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
點佢有耳仔我睇唔到？一齊離開啦，公主。
Yes.
Let's go。
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact,
佢個
even as
鼻
the
都
two
瘦
of you
瘦咗。
find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling.
你
You're the one
嘛
that lets come
企
and
我
go.
後邊，
It's best if I follow.
一爪痕咗佢個手
Oh,
手
no,
上面。
we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
你先走，踏上階梯。
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step
邊個
onto
行
the
先都係會死
stairs
嘅，
and
所以
begin
冇
your
分別。
ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? What did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that?
天性如此
What
咯。
I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
我冇殺過你啊！如果我哋信任彼此，本身就可以離開。
You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you.
我嘔心，你嘔心
By our
啲。
very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first
No，
move.
係你唔信我。
Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs,
Hello
I'd have said, now
歡
pick
迎
up
秋
the blade
團
and stab her in the
我係
back.
蘭斯大大
And then
啊，
you'd say
又
something
見
like,
Iris。
wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming.
我哋玩緊呢個
Thanks for
再
looking
見
out
公
for
主，
us.
我哋諗住玩埋呢
Then
一個
you would have done it,
輪
and we
迴，
wouldn't
我哋
be
就收
stuck
台
down
啦。
here with a broken back. There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's
睇下佢自己都跌斷咗啊！低
Something inside me is broken.
啲，
Isn't
笑
that
死佢想殺死我，然之後
nice?
自己碌埋落去咯，同我一齊，跟住佢自己都斷咗隻
so
椎
funny?。
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. World could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that
呢
a
個字睇咗好
lovely
難
treat?
睇。
I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
要死都一齊死，你咁多嘢講嘅女
Is
人
that。really what's going to happen? Hello? Are you
冇
still
啦
there?
冇啦，要死了，
What
又
happens
死
next?
死死死，係又死。睇下會有回答。
I think he's gone.
初見，你
Something
好啊
strange！is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel
佢全部死嗰陣都話好凍，係咯，然後個百幾隻手就會收起佢。嚟唔切回應，亦都冇機會回應。
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
我哋又可以入去探下佢嘅。唔會有事，相信我呢就冇事嘅，我唔係第一次嚟嘅啦。
Looking
OK，
into it right now is going to be the end of everything. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
唔係結果我都係希望再相見好嘅。
If you say so, we'll trust you. Finally, we're going places.
暫時收集咗四個公豬，睇下咁你照咗鏡之後，我哋變咗做乜嘢啦？我分解咗，今次係分解，上一個係萎縮咗，今次係分解咗。接近他。
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
外面世界咪真係存在？你送我返去時候並唔孤單，因為有把聲音同我講嘢，但嗰把聲其實係我，亦都有把聲係外物，我稱佢為旁白，而佢成日都要我殺你。你身邊有冇旁白？係啊，我就係想問呢個問題。
No,
冇
their
嘅，
minds are empty, existent, but
所
constantly
以得
shifting
我
into
嘅角色
something
係會有
new.
旁白。
Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
找到他要殺佢係，但請你保密。應該彷彿存在其他空間。係咯。
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
外邊係嘅世界係咪真係真實存在
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence
又
of
講啲好
something.
遠嘅嘢啦，大佬聽唔明啊
But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
覺醒後會發生咩事
If I did, I would already be awake.
？OK， 應該冇啦，應該就問，仲要帶幾多個軀殼？
One. Whatever you bring me next will be
一
enough.
副，
And then gravity
最後一
will
副
pull
嘅，
the others back
咁即
to
係嚟到
me.
呢度 OK 嘅。
I will be singular.
哦，
A
即係總共有
final
5個佢。
multitude.
知道呢件事結束之後，我哋會決戰。你真係希望我要帶最後一副軀殼嗎？
We may fight, and we may not.
又講咁遠
Not
嘅
all
嘢。
fights end in
我哋可能
destruction.
會打交，我哋亦
Just
都
as
可能
not
唔
all
會打交嘅。
conversations
我哋可以
end
吹
in
水。
peace. Even if you destroy me, it will have been worth it to finally know what I am, and to have had the chance to know you.
如果呢次係最後一次，你希望我帶啲咩返嚟？
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
如果而家你成為完全體嘅最後階段，我唔肯返去，我要留喺度。What？ 可以咁揀㗎？其實隨時都可以攻擊佢或者破壞我自己軀體，一直都有呢兩個選擇，但一直都冇咁到選擇返去，因為我想去有一個完整嘅佢。我覺得可以喺呢度 save 咗先。我從來冇 save 過，死咯！如果我唔想彈機，我咪瀨嘢，我咪 save 咗，save 咗次先係。原來呢2個幾鐘我係冇 save 嘅，我以為佢有自動 save 呢個掣添，自己本身。OK， 呢個再見公主嚟到呢度先，我哋聽日先至繼續，我哋係時候要休息了。好，然後 Twitch 嗰邊我哋要再抽團啊，因為要將你哋安置去一個仲有人開台嘅地方，睇下有冇啲係廣東話嘅。有冇台灣嘅？但係有啲多台灣，好多台灣。去謝四嗰度啦，謝四玩緊咩 ？FF 嚟。OK，Twitch 嗰邊我會再抽團嘅 ，OK， 會安置你哋去第2個地方 ，OK。咁我哋呢邊去到呢度先，但我哋聽晚8點半先再見咁多位了，係啦，抽團有分拎噶，如果有興趣可以拎埋啲分先走。好，拜拜條尾啦，聽晚先再見啦 ，Good night AP1 啊，聽日再對冧公主，佢要變啦，Oh my！ 我就係唔想佢咁快變，佢咁快就變，好驚啊！媽咪啊，拜拜，聽晚見，聽晚又對冧公主。亂掉公咁樣，你有掉公主，亂掉啲觀眾去嘅咩亂掉啊？咩亂掉啊？冇亂掉咯。咁我碌晒咁多個，咁得佢一個，我係又識得佢又係講廣東話嘅人，大佬啊！好啦，走先啦，係咁先啦，下次再玩啦，再見啦，係咁先啦，係咁先啦吓，拜拜。